I love it. Love your sound, folks.
Thank you.
Check out Phourist. And the name Phourist, I want to be clear, it's not spelled the way you think it is. It's spelled Phourist.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to tell us about that?
Yeah. It was born in a McDonald's. I was having a conversation with my family, and we were talking, and my mom told me that I needed a name like Moby or something. So we sat around and talked about it, and this was quite a long time ago, really. And we just came up with Phourist. One, because Phourist is actually my middle name, and two, the weird spelling is like a mix of phosphorescent light and the woods, forest, obviously.
Yeah.
And,
I love it. There's certainly a lot of phosphorescent light in the woods, at least the woods I go to.
oh, really? I see.
Yes, I'll tell you all about I know a lot about phosphorescence, as a matter of fact. No, but there really are phosphorescent mushrooms.
Oh.
There's phosphorescent algae.
Awesome.
There's all kinds of phosphorescent
I love it.
stuff in the woods, for real.
I'm all about glowing things, for sure.
That sounds like right up your alley.
I love the combination, the phosphorescent forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool, like when you see it written too.
It does.
It's one of those things.
It does look
a lot of
really
people
cool.
think it means something illegal. They always assume that it means like I don't really know.
I thought it might have been something out of a Tolkien book.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, a forest. Yeah.
Illegal though. Why would they think it's illegal? Like
I don't know. I think the
doesn't-
pH had something to do with made them think it was illegal, or I don't know. Very
Weird.
strange.
pH making a sound.
People,
Yeah.
It can't be legal.
people are strange.
Indeed.
Hey, Shayna's here. Shout out to Shayna.
Hey.
So you are listening to Phourist, and that is right now. It's Nick Hill and Adam Crowhorn here with me on the Homegrown Radio Hour. And you guys have some shows coming up.
Yes, we do. Both bands have shows coming up. We Phourist has. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can remember this. We have.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna forget. So
Yeah, this weekend at Haymarket Whiskey Bar,
Yes.
playing After Tall Squares.
yeah, Tall Squares is on that bill too. Two other bands that I don't know.
Yeah, Tall Squares goes on at 10. Phourist goes on at 11, and then the following week on July 26th, Phourist will be playing the Trolley Hop
That's
up here
right.
in front of the Crescent
That'll
Hill
be
Radio.
all of us. That'll be Ryan too. So
Yeah,
he'll
full
be on
band.
drums.
Full band. Great.
And full band will be at Haymarket too.
Yeah.
Great.
And then the following day, Phourist will be at following day being July 27th. Phourist will be at Kentucky Music Weekend
Oh,
up
nice.
at Iroquois Park,
Yeah.
playing a couple of little short 30-minute sets.
Cool. That's a great venue.
Yeah, I've been going there since I was a kid.
Knee high to a grasshopper.
Well, yeah, and it's literally like 20 feet from my house, so
Oh, awesome.
it's like gotta get in that.
That's so cool. Are your parents musical too?
Yes. My mom wrote a song. I think she wrote more than one, but I've only ever really heard one. It was just like, it was really cool though. It was a kind of a classical picking kind of thing. And then my dad wrote several songs and played folk style kind of guitar.
So they both play guitar?
Yeah, both guitar players. And mom was pretty good at the piano as well. She's an improviser.
So it runs in the family.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to hear some more.
Yeah. Let's see. I wrote a set.
I know what this one's called.
Yeah. Is this Hell or Nothing?
Yes, this is Hell or Nothing.
All right.
All right. Phourist here on the Homegrown Radio Hour live on Crescent Hill Radio.
Hello, nothing. How have you been? Oh, Hello, nothing. Where you going? Well, there's somewhere. But why you going there? And I guess something has got to get you. And if God can cry, then so can I. Ooh. Hello, nothing. When will it end? Have you thought about anyone but them? And I guess something has got to give you up. And if you can try, then so can I.
Yeah, Phourist, I love you, man. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Really, I think I'm your new groupie. Maybe,
All right.
maybe your first.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably, yes. I would say so.
Have you been playing out a lot as Phourist, or is this pretty
yeah.
new?
Well, I've been really going at it for, I guess, a few months now, locally anyway. There was a period back, like last year, where I was just playing everywhere. I was literally traveling to open mic nights.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I just decided to come back to Louisville because we have a pretty solid music scene, really, and just keep at it here for a while and see
Yeah.
what happens.
We've got plenty of open mics too.
Yeah, right. Well, see, I didn't know that for some reason. I just assumed that we didn't have any here, and it was very strange, very foolish of me. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, like I decided to come back here, play a bunch of shows in Louisville, and see what happens.
Great. Well, I love your sound, and I don't think you have a record out yet, but is there one?
Oh, I do actually.
Oh, you
yeah.
do?
Yeah, it's
Do we have it?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
Is it called Phourist or Nick Hill?
It's called Phourist Terrestrial Daydream.
Oh, man. I missed that.
It's good, yeah.
Thank you.
We were playing tracks from it before we actually had him on our show From a Basement.
I'll have to find that one. I can't keep. We've got a lot of music on the playlist.
Yeah.
Hard to keep up with. Well, I'm sorry I didn't know about that.
Oh, you can get it on Bandcamp and iTunes and Spotify, all over the place. So.
And so that's your only one. And how old is no?
Actually, no. It's probably the one to go to for an introduction to Phourist. But
yeah, he was telling me about this one he has before that. That's sort of like his
Well, it's a 30-minute instrumental musical piece.
Oh,
and
wow.
like I put it out, and I pretty much what I expected happened. You know, some people were kind of
not as accessible as
Terrestrial Daydream
is.
Well, I want to hear
and
it.
Terrestrial Daydream is not
too.
that accessible. But like it was like I had this one friend that just really liked it a lot, and I put that out after Terrestrial Daydream actually. But I have Terrestrial Daydream listed as the main record right now, so that people really know what I sound like.
Self-produced?
Yeah,
Did you?
Completely self-produced, yes.
Wow, awesome. And do you have plans for a next one?
Yeah, well, we're working on one right now.
Great.
Hopefully they're gonna help me out with the Phourist record, and I'm helping them out record their Tall Squares
Yeah, so we should have 2 records coming out.
Yeah,
hopefully,
definitely
sometime in the near future.
Yeah.
Well, I want to take a minute here and remind people that Crescent Hill Radio has a concert on the lawn for the Fat Friday trolley hops that occur here the last Friday every month here in Crescent Hill along the boulevard, what we call the boulevard, which is Frankfurt Avenue. And this next Fat Friday concert on the lawn is going to feature Phourist and another group called Won't Go Quietly. So we hope folks will show up for that. It's a great time out on Frankfurt Avenue. It's really a big street party, and we like to get it really pumped up with some great live music. So hope folks will come out and support Crescent Hill Radio for the next Fat Friday Trolley Hop, which is the last Friday in July.
Awesome.
And yeah, looking forward to having the full band up there. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, more music?
Yes. The next one is tentatively titled I'm Not Crazy. So I'm thinking about changing the title, but I'll tell y'all about that later.
All right.
All right, so this I'm
Phourist
Not Crazy.
here on the Homegrown Radio Hour doing I'm Not Crazy.
Hold your fire. Ain't gonna shoot you unless you're planning on pointing that thing at me. I got $20. I'm backing up slowly. Just let me drop it and I will be out of your way. But I'm not crazy. I'll take the money probably, but you gonna have to wait and see. All of your fingers, I'm just a counting. I could not help but notice you only at night. When I was a young man, got tied to the train tracks. I tried to break free, but I could not get out in time. I'm not crazy. I just had to wait and see this guy's story. It could have been a lie, but I looked in his eyes, and what I saw was a man on the edge. I don't know how you ever get there, and it just ain't for me. Be some ignorant jury. If you don't know, then let it go. Like Paul said, let it be. Like Paul said, let it be. Let it go. Let it go. We ended up laughing, playing some checkers. Before it was over, me and this dude were friends. And yes, on the flip-flop, I guess it was stupid. Make conversation with a man with a gun in his hand. I'm not
not crazy. Phourist here on the Homegrown Radio Hour. I love the sound. I think you're just amazing. Was piano your first instrument?
Yes, it was. For a long time, the only instrument as well. Well, actually, no, I take that back. No, the first instrument was a guitar, but poorly played. I just kind of beat on it with a slide. I would take it and just kind of go.
So you've always had kind of a knack for experimenting, I think.
Yeah.
I could.
Well, that's the only way that
I get that impression anyway.
That's in my opinion, that's one of the best ways to make music is to
totally
try new things, mess around with.
He makes me work for it. Like when I learn these songs, because Tall Square songs are kind of just straightforward, and when I learn his, it's like I have to think about it in this totally different way, which is cool. It gives me insight, but he's a really good songwriter, so it's fun to play this stuff.
Well, it's just a different style of songwriting. Adam's is complicated in different ways. He's detail oriented, so he likes like all the little details. Mine is just a lot of chords basically.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a lot of chords.
Of ambiance, I think.
It's a ambiance, great. Okay. Yeah, there is. There's a lot of space in your music, which is nice. You know how to space it out and really. I don't know. It's
floaties.
Good.
He plays floaties.
Oh yeah, floaties. Yeah, that is one of my favorite terms invented on Crescent Hill Radio. Floaties and jammies.
Floaties and jammies.
Yeah.
His are floaties because they just make you feel like you're just floating away on them.
Very ethereal.
Yeah,
totally.
Well, there's even one called "Floated Along the Milky Way."
Shada. Floaties along the Milky Way.
And that song is that's awesome. That's one of the ones where you just. He played it on our show, and I was just spaced out. Like when he finished, we were like, "Oh man, like, come back to the studio and host a show."
Host a show, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
That'd be interesting.
I bet you'd be good at that.
But
so how old were you when you wrote your first song?
I would have to say around 10. But it wasn't really a song. It was a float. It was a jam. It was like a
on piano.
Yeah, it was like a little. It was like a finger exercise.
So did you take lessons as a child?
No, not really. I did learn guitar from my dad. He taught me the chords and stuff, and my mom taught me finger picking.
Do you read music?
No.
Wow, phenomenal. So you play totally by ear.
Yes. Yeah, we both do.
That's
one thing we do have in common that it makes it a lot easier because he'll be like, this chord here, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I know that one. Because if he told me the name, I wouldn't. He just shows me. I'm like, okay,
right here, yeah.
I can hear that one.
So
that's incredible. So, wow.
So, yeah, playing by ear is it's good in a lot of ways because especially if you don't know how to play an instrument. I think if you're actually first learning how to play an instrument, you come up with a lot of new things. That's the way I was. And
I did that too.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but as soon as you know what you're doing, like you kind of lose a little bit of that. It's kind of unfortunate. You kind of lose a little bit of that creative.
You kind of get stuck in a pattern of writing instead of
and you forget how to experiment.
Yeah.
Right. If
exactly.
You know, and like if you know,
think you're not allowed to color outside the lines anymore.
Right. Well, you take it and you go like, well, I know that I could go here and it would sound good. But before you're like, I don't know where I'm at. And, you would just play whatever.
Like,
and
maybe this one will sound right. I don't know.
So you figure it out on the piano and then the guitar, or does it matter?
Just either or, basically. Most of the time, I actually recently have been writing on the guitar. But I'm getting back to the piano again. Mostly because I haven't really had my keyboard hooked up for a while. It's been difficult.
He was using mine for a while.
Yeah, which he has a really cool one, but
that I never play.
All right. Well, it fell off the back of a truck.
It's
amazed that
tough.
it plays.
I will say that it's probably the best in terms of like toughness.
Right.
Best keyboard out there.
Right.
It fell out of the back of a truck going 30 miles an hour in the rain.
Oh my God.
Advertisement for Yamaha.
I thought it was like a lost cause. I took it home. We were moving, so I brought it in the new house, and I plugged it up just thinking, it was just destroyed, and it